In my first Equestria Girls video, I tackled 3 of the main 6, those 3 being Rainbow Dash, Applejack, and Fluttershy. But it's been a while since that video, and to be honest, I can't say I'm particularly proud of them anymore. But it's been a minute, and I wanted to make a part 2 anyway, so today I'm tackling the other 3 along with updating the designs of the past. I'm quite excited for this video, so without further ado, let's get started. I decided to draw all of the girls on the same canvas so I could consistently check to see how they not only look alone, but how they look as a group. I want them to feel like they make sense together, and by using each other as a reference for things like height difference and silhouette was my play. They're gonna be in college, same as last time, so I wanted to make them feel like college students pursuing what they love to the fullest extent, right down to how they carry themselves, what their drive is, really making their characters bleed so deep as to find pigment in the clothing that they adorn themselves in. For the 3 I already covered in part 1, I didn't really change the idea of what I was doing, just how I execute those ideas and how the updated versions of these designs would style themselves accordingly. I had a good start last time, but I'm not quite satisfied with them quite yet. A great example of what I'm talking about would be Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash's design was not my favorite looking back. Rainbow Dash's old design in particular was not my favorite looking back. Dear God, she looks way too silly. I can't make Rarity anguish this hard. So I got rid of the knee pads and instead made her a little bit fucked up and rough, showing that she doesn't particularly care if she gets messy. I also decided that this time I would include the cutie marks to at least a degree in each of their designs. Come on, past Robin, this is My Little Pony. Lean into it. As for her face, it was important to make her features sharp because of the shape language of those triangles. Also, I decided to change her nose a little bit because ain't no damn way girly plays every sport ever invented ever without breaking her nose at least once. Come on now. As for colors, I decided to abandon the strict uniform of what she was wearing just because I thought that she would look better with like a little bit more of a personalized style. Yeah. She's on scholarship for sports and she lives and breathes everything that gives her a good workout. She loves nothing more than to feel the air on her face on a morning run, so I wanted to make her look such. Customized workout gear is on her back every waking moment with a matching set of fingerless gloves. Come on, everyone knows fingerless gloves automatically make you cool, duh, hello. When it comes to sports, everything sports, she excels with flying colors. However, on the academic side, she struggles to keep up in her classes, nearly flunking every single one, before Twilight helps her learn how to study just in the way that she did in the Pony Realm, which I thought would be cute because I think Twilight would never pass on an opportunity to help her friends with studying, even if it is a different version of the friend that she already has back home. A good episode, a banger, if you will. Here is a brand new Rainbow Dash, fresh from the oven. Moving on to our next girly, Pinkie is somebody I haven't yet tackled, but I was really super duper excited to explore her as a human character because dear fucking God, does the source material give you nothing but a stale piece of white bread. I actually despise her canon human design with the fire of 1,000 suns because what the fuck do you mean that this is Pinkie Pie? No, it's not. You are just lying to me. What is this? Who let you out of the house? Terrible. It is so bad. I would give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1. So barring that monstrosity, I didn't use her as reference and instead just started from scratch. So, barring this monstrosity, I didn't use her as reference because why would I ever? And instead started from scratch. I gave her some melanin as a treat and made her rounder and softer to fit her joyous and bubbly personality. Yada yada, shape language. Her major is in culinary arts, of course, specifically baking. Making sweet treats for people and seeing their happy faces makes every day worthwhile to her, and it's her dream one day to open a bakery of her very own. To reference this, I gave her a stack of cupcakes, each handmade to fit one of her friends. I actually had a lot of fun deciding what flavors and toppings to go into each one, so for those who are curious, Pinkie's is a strawberry Oreo drenched in chocolate sauce and topped with wafer straws and a cherry on top. Of course, Applejack has to have apple flavor and the frosting is a caramel buttercream. Rarity's is a timeless classic, vanilla bean topped with the most sparkly of sprinkles and a wafer straw for a lovely and delicious accent. Twilight's is a blueberry taro, topped with fresh blueberries and an uber cream frosting. Rainbow Dash has an angel cake cupcake with a lemon buttercream, lemon zest, and a cherry on top. And Fluttershy's, last but not least, is a strawberry shortcake topped with strawberry frosting and fresh fruit. Which one would you eat? Let me know down in the comments. Right now. Do it right now. In this new setting, Pinkie currently works at a part-time job at Sugar Cube Corner, a local pastry and coffee shop. When she left the farm to pursue college, the cakes became like family to her, and she loves them like they are her own flesh and blood. She loves living around people, and seeing regular faces in her job makes her passion grow stronger every day. As for her outfit, I wanted to make her look like the treats she makes, so I gave her strawberry buttons, a chocolate drizzle pattern on her shirt, and ice cream sundae shoes. I then decided to add sprinkles for a little color and whimsy, and then gave her 6 bracelets, one for each of her friends plus herself. The idea behind including her cutie mark was to make her earrings little balloons, and to give her those colors elsewhere to stay cohesive, I gave her yellow and blue accents where I saw fit. Look how sweet she is! Such a cutie! It is now time to move on to the beauty herself, Miss Rarity. She, of course, is in school to pursue fashion design. In high school, she received scholarship for her excellent costume work in her tech theater class. She hopes one day to design outfits that will showcase on red carpets around the globe, and the bookshelves in her apartment are filled with nothing but sketchbooks and fashion references. She spends her free time searching for inspiration wherever she can find it, usually manifesting into upcycling thrifted clothing. To Rarity, no item is a lost cause. She spends time with her sister occasionally when she can and is trying to be there for big events. She feels like she's missing out on her sister growing up. Meanwhile, Sweetie Belle cannot wait to get older. Oh, how the old saying goes. When Rarity graduated high school, Sweetie Belle ended up making her a bag so she could remember her. Rarity, of course, found this to be the absolutely most adorable thing that has ever happened anywhere ever, and takes it with her no matter where she goes. You could not pry this thing from her cold, dead hands. Even when she's wearing a different bag, take a peek inside and you shall see that there is a second, smaller secret bag within. The Sweetie Belle purse is eternal. For her outfit, I wanted something simple but classy, practical. I noticed that a lot of the time people put Rarity in gowns and head-to-toe extravagance, but personally I wanted to focus on practicality while still maintaining style. She is a working lady, so I wanted to dress her in things that wouldn't get in her way while she creates. Her top is 2 layers, as you can tell by me constantly turning the second layer on and off. Sorry if that bothers any of you. That way, she can still be stylish, but has any dangling sleeves out of her way if need be. I gave her a sheer blouse and a bit of sparkle to match her eyeshadow, and there you have Miss Rarity. Of course, following Rarity is her beautiful butch girlfriend, Applejack, and I'm starting this segment off by confessing my sins. I am so sorry that I failed you, fellow lesbians, for I have committed the sin of not making her butch enough the first time. I understand if you don't forgive me, ever, but I will do my absolute best to do her justice this time around. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I am not proud of this design at all. I think starting out with creating all of their silhouettes side by side first really helped me make them all look different from one another, and I think I'm going to be incorporating this into my lineups in the future a lot more often. It really truly does help with noticing the distinctions when they're all side by side. So ignoring my struggles with drawing the legs, she honestly wasn't too difficult. I had some help from my good friend Mavkai. Go follow him, please. His work is so sick. I love you, Mavkai. And it was pretty smooth sailing from there. When I know nobody got me, I know Mavkai got me. Can I get an amen? At this point in our lineup, I sort of accidentally gave everyone a prop. So I gave Applejack a bucket of nondescript apple cider. They're in college, it's not my business. Here's Applejack. I hope I did her justice this time. I think she turned out pretty good. I'd say that I'm proud of this one. And next, we have the last of the main 6 that I covered in the first video of this little series, Fluttershy. It's not really much different, save for some simple additions and simplifications. I gave her longer sort of bell-bottomed jeans so that they accentuated her long legs. I like that she looks like a fawn. It's adorable. I love her so much. Fluttershy. And on the bottom, I gave her pants lace to make them look like little petals. And to add that white into other parts of the design, I gave her butterfly-shaped drawstrings on her pants to show that she likes to stay comfy, and some lace on her sweater to tie it all together. I used the teal from her eyes, lightened it to give her design some more contrast, and gave that color to her butterfly hair clip and her boots, which were previously green like her sweater. But finally, it's not Fluttershy without some animals, so I gave her a little bird and an evil little angel bunny. Look how terrible he is. Havoc incarnate. Just like in the first video, Fluttershy in this universe is working at an animal sanctuary through a work-study program. She's majoring in zoology with a minor in environmental sciences and spends most of her time at the animal sanctuary or at your local pet shop holding every kitten she sees in the window. I really don't think you could pull her out of any pet store in under an hour if you tried. Good luck, you're gonna need it. And here she is, my lovely little Fluttershy. I really like how she came out. She's so cute. Ah! And last, but certainly not least, we have the Egghead, the element of magic, and the princess of friendship herself, Twilight Sparkle. I've been really excited to do Twilight. I had a really clear vision for what I wanted to do with her. She has the most cohesive design in the original movie out of the main 6, I think. I like that they gave her leg warmers and a little button down, so I wanted to expand on it while still putting my own twist on things, because it does need to be improved on. Twilight is a nerd. She needs the nerd fit. I wanted her to be the only one who distinctly did not have her cutie mark insignia on her, but on her bag, which she brought with her from her world. And for her horn, I gave her a little cowlick to resemble it, and because in the original, she looks, needless to say, really, really extremely bald without it. One last thing I wanted to mention about Twilight's redesign is that she's more saturated than the rest of the main 6, and that's on purpose. I wanted to give her a more vibrant color palette since she's the only one of our main cast that carries raw equestrian magic from, you know, Equestria. And what's that in her backpack? Spike, of course. I made him into an iguana because, in all honesty, I really hated that he was a dog in the original. It makes no sense that a dragon would turn into a dog and not a lizard for anything other than just marketing purposes. As someone who's owned reptiles and loves them very, very, very much, Hasbro, don't piss me off! Twilight's story. I wanted to keep the crown as a main plot point, but since this isn't a high school anymore, I figured that I'd find a new way to incorporate it into the story. Here's my pitch. Hear me out. Maybe her crown can be some sort of proof of academic achievement. Since Sunset couldn't get that praise and gratification from Celestia, she decided to seek it out in the human realm. She got used to not putting effort into being on top, since she's an equestrian student and the former pupil of an immortal sun god. Surely nobody can outcompete her in a measly human high school. Until one day, she loses her title of top student when a certain purple transfer student takes that title. Sunset, shaken up by this, crashing out, screaming, crying, rolling on the floor, makes it her life goal to make the rest of this girl's high school experience hell until she eventually transfers away. Years pass, and she re-encounters another gateway to Equestria where she sees that the same girl who took her title back in the human realm also decided to take her teacher, her apprenticeship, and shot at glory. Sunset does, in fact, not take any of this personally. She takes her crown and hides among the student body at her college where Twilight encounters the rest of the girls. But, you know what? I'll leave that there just in case I decide to make a video about Sunset Shimmer. And here they all are. Thank you so much for watching this far and hearing me blabber about Equestria Girls for just a little bit. I actually really like how all these came out. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you want. If you liked this video, you can check out a couple more videos I've made here, and if you want to see what's to come, consider subscribing. I post work in progress pictures on my community tab sometimes and do polls for what to do next. Let me know if you want their pony up designs in another video. I'd be so excited to explore them. I know that it's been a little bit since the last video, but I'm really excited to get back into the groove of things. Me and my girlfriend have been settling down. We moved in together, and things are going awesome. So I'm really excited to get back into the groove, into the grind, you will. But that's all for me today. Take care of yourselves, my spiderlings, and I will return to you all very soon. See you next time.